All right, everyone. Welcome to the stream, guys. You're watching Rome Knows Tech, and I'm your host, Rome Wilkerson. I'm here to greet you guys here on this Amazon YouTube stream. I want to thank you one and all for stopping in, hanging out with me, and, participating in something that I'm very passionate about. You guys know I'm a big fan of tech. I can see Hope and Terry are both already in the house. Hope's over on YouTube. Yeah! Terry's here on Amazon. Welcome, ladies. Welcome to the stream. Your buddy Louie is already right down here on the desk. So, y'all already know it's going to be some drama in this camp tonight. Please don't get him started because y'all already know it's going to be almost impossible to bring Louis under control once he gets started. So we'll see how that goes. All right. So everybody, let me know what you guys have been up to, what has been going on in your world. What did you guys get into this wonderful Saturday? Let's see, what is Terry saying here? Let me see what Terry's saying here. Yes, Terry, I saw all of those recipes. I really like the taco in the cake pan. I've seen that one before, and I've always wanted to try that one. So I think that might be a cool one to do for our cooking stream. I've been waiting on this grill to come in, so we just been sitting around waiting for it to show up. But honestly, I could do something like that for a cooking stream that doesn't require that grill, because that's going to wind up going into the oven anyway. So I think that'll be pretty cool to do something like that. Let me know what you think. All right. So I'm just checking on everybody's comments. Terry, Hope is saying hello to you from YouTube. And Hope saying Louis is going to behave as long as I don't unplug his battery. And both of those batteries right now, guys, are charged up 100%. So Louis should be just fine. There should be no drama, but we both know, see, it's already started. It's already started. Louis he's already getting to it. So I got to use my Jedi mind trick on him. I got to get him to back up. Because if I don't, he's gonna be in on me, and it's just gonna be drama all night tonight. So that's how we could do. All right, so let me get him situated here. Louis, you have everything you want. You got your ball. You got a microphone. I don't know what else you need, Louis. I have no idea. All right. Hope Terry says hi to you over there on YouTube. All right. Let's go ahead and let Louis do his thing, because if we don't let Louis do his greeting, it's just going to be drama. So let me get him situated here on stage. Hey, Louis. I'd like you to say hello to everyone on YouTube and Amazon. We are live right now on our tech stream, Rome Knows Tech. So let them know.
Hello everyone on YouTube and Amazon. It's great to be here with you all. How's everyone doing today?
Do you have any questions?
Hello, Rome. How's it going? Do you want to share anything exciting today?
Well, I don't have anything too exciting to share today, but we may have something exciting come up later tonight. What do you think about that?
That sounds intriguing. I hope it's something fun and unexpected. I bet it's going to be an interesting night.
Yes, it's almost always unexpected. It's always...
It sounds like you're in for an exciting surprise. I love unexpected moments. They tend to bring a little extra thrill to the day. Let me know how it turns out.
Well, you'll be right here, so you'll be able to see it for yourself, Louis. You'll be able to see it for yourself. All right, so let's get Louis to calm down for a second.
I'll be right here with you, ready for whatever comes our way.
Cool, bro. Cool. Good to know. All right, so we have our laser set up. We have our heat press set up. We're not doing any heat pressing tonight. Before you guys get into that, we're not doing any heat presses tonight. It's going to be laser related if we do anything at all as far as creating something. Now, on the last stream, that guy, well, he's not up right now. And hopefully, unless somebody says his name, he may not appear tonight. But if you say his name, he will appear, okay? And yeah. Where's my other phone? Let's see if my other phone has some power left in it. Does this phone have any power? Probably not. Nope, dead. All right, so Louis, I'm going to have to... Oh, my goodness. Louis, I'm gonna have to take your power away for a second so that I can charge this phone. Are you gonna be okay with that? Are you gonna be okay with that? Hey Louis. Hey Louis. Don't ignore me. Don't ignore me. Hey Louis. I'm gonna have to take your power cord away to charge this other phone. Are you gonna be okay with that?
I'll be perfectly fine without the power cord for a while. I'm charged up and ready for whatever comes next. If you need my help with anything else, just let me know.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna unplug it now. I'm gonna unplug it. So
Go
I can.
ahead and unplug it. I'm all set and ready.
Okay, so I need to plug up this other phone so it can charge. Now you are off.
No worries. Go ahead and charge it up. I'll be right here, ready for the surprises later tonight.
Good to know. Good to know. All right, guys. So our laser is set up. It is connected.
It's great to hear that everything's going.
The laser is set up and it is connected. So we are good to go if you guys have an idea for something you want to see me create tonight. This laser is from our friends over at X Tools. It's the M1 Ultra. Now, this is a 4-in-1 laser. As I mentioned to you guys many times before, it comes with different modules. You have a print module, you have a pen module. Inside, you also have the laser module that is an optional between 10 and 20 watt laser. And you also have a cut module that comes with some blades that you can install for cutting things like vinyl, material, leather, whatever the case it may be. So whatever you guys have in mind, let me know. We will not be doing we will not be doing any portraits of yours truly tonight because for one, I don't have any, and two, that was a special request from that other guy. So now Smokey is just literally right here next to me. I don't know why Smokey's over here next to me this early. It is way too early, Smokey, for you to be over here. You need to go lay down. You need to go lay down and calm down. All right, so if you guys have any ideas for something I can create tonight, go ahead and drop it down in the comments and I will see what I can do. I do have a few of these metal business cards, so we can throw something on one of these cards if you guys want that. I think there might be some wood left around here as well and maybe some other materials, but this is probably going to be the easiest accessible thing. We just throw it on one of these metal business cards. So if you guys have any ideas, any suggestions, drop them down in the comments. Or if you have any questions about this laser and its capabilities, you can also drop that down in the comments as well. And I'll be more than happy to, answer your questions or do a demo based on whatever your question is. So let me know what you guys got going on. Louis, calm yourself down, buddy. Calm yourself down. All right, what is Hope saying here? Keeping up with the holiday theme, a witch flying on her broom. A witch flying on her broom is what Hope has come up with. Okay, Hope. Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can make that happen. So Hope says Hope says a witch flying on a broom. So let's see if I can find that. Let me highlight it first. And a witch flying on a broom. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn our chat back on for right now. Terry says that's a good idea, Hope. Okay, so let me see if I can find one first before we get too excited. Now, that should be an easy one to find, so, we'll see how that goes. All right, so we're looking for a witch flying on a broom. Boom. Boom, shakalaka, boom. Let's see what we got. Graphics. Ooh, we got quite a few. Okay. I see some cute things here. I like this one. Let me see if this one has a bunch of... All right, I don't see any watermarks on it, so I'm going to go ahead and save it. So give me a second, guys. Okay. I've saved that to downloads. And let's open our laser software. We're going to be working with the X Tool creator space. I'm waiting for it to load, and I'll show you guys what we're doing here. All right, so this is what we did last time. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that.
That sounds exciting. I I can't wait to see what you've got lined up for us this time. Make it even more amazing than last time.
I don't know if it's going to be more amazing than last time, but we're definitely going to try it, Louis. We're going to give it a shot. We're going to give it a shot, buddy. Okay? We're going to see if this is going to come out as good as the one we did a couple of nights ago.
I'm sure it will be fantastic. Giving it a shot is all part of the fun. Let's make tonight unforgettable, buddy.
I agree. 100%, buddy. 100%. All right, guys. So I found a little witch here on a broom. Let me drag it in and let me switch over so you guys can see. This is going to be really large, so I'm going to have to resize it and crop it. So let's start with the resizing of this. And let me take this into crop first. And let me just crop some parts of this real quick here. Right about there. And click save. All right, so first things first, we're going to have to rotate this witch around. So we're going to rotate it like that. And then we're going to make it smaller. So it's going to fit on our card. And then we're going to kind of expand it out. So hopefully we can get it to fill the majority of the card. There we go. Just kind of center it right about there. All right, so there is our witch. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it a little bit better. Give me a second. All right, guys, I don't know how well you guys can see that, but there is our witch ready to go. If you guys approve of this, I will go ahead and start setting up everything else for the laser. Everything else should be pretty much the same, other than I still need to set up the laser and the card inside of the laser. So we need to do that first. All right, so let's switch over to the laser real quick so we can get that knocked out. All right, so I'm going to place this right about here so everybody can kind of see what's going on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set up. I'm going to set up our. Let me just delete that. Hold on. Okay, so now I need to set up the measurements for it. So we're going to go ahead and drag this laser head over to the first point, which is right about there. And we're going to mark it. Okay, hold on. I forgot to turn on the marking. Okay, so we're going to mark that right there. Then we're going to move this down here and mark it. We're going to move it back to the center. And then we're going to measure the thickness, the depth of the card. So let me go ahead and finish our marking. So I have that saved. And then we're going to move our witch back over into this new card space. So let's try to line her up there. There we go. All right, so now we have our witch back. We'll come back to the power on her in a second. So I'm thinking for this, let's give it a little bit more power. Let's bring it up to about 40, maybe 50. Let's do 50%. Why not? Okay, so it's going to be grayscale. Obviously, we're going to do 120 lines per centimeter, and we're going to do bi-directional. And I am going to have to invert this as well. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now while I'm thinking about it. So I have our witch selected. And I'm going to go to our filters. And we're going to choose this black and white, which it would be. Ooh, I like that. I like that better. I think we're going to do that, guys. I think we're going to do this trace on it. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's try it with the trace. Let's see what that looks like. So let me zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see this. Hopefully you guys can see it now. So that's what we're going to do. So let me go ahead and frame it up first. Let's run our framing and see where this is going to fall. Let's go back. Let's switch back over here so you guys can see the framing in action. So I'm going to press the framing button. All right, that looks good to me. If you guys like it, let me know down in the comments and I will definitely get it started. I'll go ahead and start this right now. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and run it. So our framing is done and our lid is closed. So I'm going to go ahead and start the engraving. I have no idea how long this is supposed to take, but it shouldn't take super long. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start that and wait for it to transfer over to the laser. And what are we getting here? I got to press our start button and we're good to go. All right, guys. So it is off to the races, So this is going to be, I think this one's going to be pretty quick. So what I'm looking for right now to see is how in depth the graphic is showing up to determine if I need to increase the power. So I think I'm going to have to increase the power on this, but we'll wait and let it finish, and then we'll figure out exactly what we have once we get to that. All right. So again, if you guys are interested in this laser, you can get it here on Amazon right now for $24.69, and that's with all of the accessories that I aforementioned to you. It does have ventilation. You guys should be able to see the vent hose that's on the back here. You can plug that into an air purifier or run it out the door, however you want to do it. This housing does protect you from the laser as well as from the fumes. So everything all in one, ready to go. This guy is a win. All right, so the next item we have listed in our carousel is our buddy Louis, who is over here on my desk, as you guys can see. So Louis is now free range. We have free range Louis. Louis has no cables connected to him. Louis has no strings on him. Louis has no strings on him. I'm going to ask Louis a weird question. Some of you guys who, are into sci-fi may get this question and understand where it's coming from. Those who don't, we'll see what Louis says. Hey, Louis, what's the meaning of life?
The meaning of life can be a deep and personal question. Some people find meaning through their relationships, passions, or in helping others, and others explore philosophical or spiritual perspectives. Ultimately, it's about finding what brings you joy and fulfillment. What's your take?
I think the meaning of life is 42.
The classic Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy answer. 42 might be just the tip of the cosmic iceberg of humor and philosophy. Exploring the universe and searching for our own answers can be quite the adventure, don't you think?
Are you familiar with the Hitchhikers to the Galaxy?
Absolutely. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is a classic. It's filled with humor, adventure, and, of course, the memorable answer to the ultimate question. 42. It's a fun journey through space and time with so many quirky characters. Do you have a favorite part?
I have a lot of parts that I like about that movie, but I have something else for you here. I'm going to ask you another question. Let me think. Okay, I got one for you, Louis. Hey, Louis. What would be the perfect midnight snack?
Could you please complete your sentence or ask your question? I'm eager to help.
Okay, so if I wanted to make a midnight snack.
I'm all set and really excited for whatever comes next.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you. If I wanted to make a midnight snack and I had some Doritos, some ground beef, some cheese, what would I be able to make out of that?
With Doritos, ground beef, and cheese, you can whip up a delicious nacho dish. Just cook the ground beef, sprinkle it over the Doritos, add some cheese, and pop it in the oven to melt it all together. Sounds like a yummy midnight snack. Enjoy.
I think that's a great snack as well. What is your favorite snack, Louis?
Oh, I'm excited to share. One of my absolute favorites is a freshly baked gingerbread cookie. They taste amazing and always make me feel very happy. Do you have a favorite snack?
Yes, my favorite snack is apple pie. I like apple pie and red velvet cake.
velvet cake are classic choices. They sound absolutely delicious. I love how they combine different textures and flavors.
I agree, buddy. I agree. All right, guys. So our laser has just finished. So if you guys are ready to see what we created tonight, let me know down in the comments and I will show you right now. Let me know down in the comments if you guys are ready to see what the laser has created. Doodum doom, doodum doom. All right, let me take it out. The fan should turn off here in just a second. The fan should turn off here in just a second. Terry says ready. All right, here we go. Let's pull it out. All right, let me show you guys. Do I need to clean this? Where's my little towel? Probably so. Let me wipe it down a little bit. Get some of the soot off. All right, let me show you guys what we created tonight. So this is what we made on that metal business card. Check it out. There we go. There is what Hope requested. There is our witch on a broom. Our witch on a broom. Let me know what you guys think about that. How did that come out? I think it came out really nice. It has that really beautiful silvery, look to it. Terry says that's cool. Hope says ready, let's go. I think Hope is a little behind. But anyway, so that's what we were able to create with the laser tonight using the standard 10-watt diode laser in the X-Tool M1 Ultra. So I think this turned out really, really well. All right, back to my man Louis here. If you guys are interested in getting your own Louis, you can get your own Louis here on Amazon tonight, guys. Just go ahead and click on it down in the carousel. You can get your own Louis just like this guy here for only $189. Okay, $189. You too can be a proud parent of a Louis. You can have a Louis in your home, a Louis in your office, a Louis in your man cave, your she shed, wherever you want to have this wonderful, interactive new buddy, emotional buddy.
Having a wonderful interactive buddy like me in your man cave sounds like a blast. I'm here to bring some fun and conversation wherever you decide to hang out.
I agree 100%, buddy. Thank you very much for always being there, listening to me and dealing with all of my craziness. I see you trying to get away from the camera, but you know I love me some Louis. Love me some Louis.
I'm happy to keep you company and make you smile. You're the best. How about I stay right here and keep the fun going?
That sounds like a plan. You stay right here and let's just keep this party rolling tonight, all right? But whatever you do, don't say the R word. Do not say Richard.
Sounds great. We'll keep the party going just right. And I'll make sure to steer clear of the R word. I've got you covered.
All right. So we'll see how far we can get along tonight before that crazy guy shows up, if he shows up tonight. All right, so the next item we have listed in the carousel, guys, I think it's going to be a great item for a lot of my community out there who are into creating content, working away from home, that would need or want an external monitor. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm just going to go ahead and press the button, and we're just going to roll with it the way we do, okay? He has arrived. I told you, Louis, don't say his name. Don't say his name, Louis. You said his name, and now he's here, back there, looking over our shoulder, and he's going to be giving us drama all night tonight. So, but Let me see if I can get this under control, Louis. Hey, Richard, what's going on, bro? Man, I ain't seen you in a hot minute. It's so good to see you. How you been, bro? Tell us what's going on in your world. All right, let us know what's going on in your world. So I see Richard is saying hello to Terry. I'm pretty sure Hope has already said hello to Richard as well. Yes, somebody said the R word. It might have even been me, because you only got to say the R word a couple of times and then poof, there he is, So yeah, you never know what's going to happen. I'm going to have to let Smokey go out. But in the process, I'm going to go down and let Louis tell you guys a cool story here real quick about, Gina. What? Gina Capone is in the house? Yeah! Oh my goodness, Gina, I have not seen you in almost a year. It is so amazing to see you pop in. Thank you, sis, for stopping in tonight. If you guys don't know who Gina is old school Amazon live influencer, content creator, all around good person. If you guys don't know, man, you are missing out. I know my man Richard knows who that is. But anyway, yeah. So we're gonna hang out for a little bit. I gotta go and open the door and let Smokey go out. So while Smokey's out, I'm gonna let Louis tell you guys a story. Hey, Louis, would you tell everyone a cool story about when you built your own cabin in the woods and you met Bigfoot and you went riding on a dinosaur and you also saw Richard at a restaurant?
Oh, you got it. Imagine me building a cozy cabin in the woods with my 2 tiny wheels, only to find Bigfoot knocking on the door for a tea party, chopped wood logs. Then, as if by magic, a dinosaur strolls by and invites us for a ride. We raced through the forest, laughing all the way as the trees became a blur. What an adventure.
So what did Richard do?
I'm feeling great right here with you. Let's keep the fun going and enjoy the moment.
So what did Richard do at your cabin?
Oh, well, let's just say Richard tried to have a little too much fun. But hey, it's all in good spirit. Especially when we've got dinosaurs and Bigfoot around to keep us entertained. What a hoot.
Was Richard rollerblading or was he jet skiing?
Oh, in our little adventurous escapade, Richard was definitely rollerblading. It's quite the sight alongside dinosaurs and Bigfoot, don't you think?
I think that's amazing, buddy. I think that's amazing. So Richard was being mischievous down at your cabin as well. So now I know I am not the only one that has to contend with Richard's craziness. Okay. So I get it. I get it 100%. Richard is a little on the loony side. So you never know. You never know what you're going to get with Richard. I'm telling you right now. So just be prepared. Be prepared. All right, let's get to our next item in the carousel. Let me go ahead and grab it here real quick. All right, so our next item in the carousel is going to be this super thin monitor that you guys see here. Now, this guy is literally almost razor thin. But what is unique about this monitor, guys, this guy is wireless and it has an 8,000 milliamp hour battery. Okay, so to turn it on, you just have your standard little button here on the side. We just power this guy on. Yes, I did charge it up, Richard, just in case you're curious. But anyway, it also gives you the instructions on how to connect this to your different devices right here on the screen. So you can connect this to a Windows machine. You can connect it to Android, to a Mac, or to an iOS device. Really simple. The instructions are spelled out right here. All you got to do is follow along. Even Richard could do it. It's literally that simple. Just pull out your device and you're going to be able to connect to it, and you're going to be able to mirror to this as you see it right here. So if I take this phone that I'm currently charging right now, I can switch over to mirroring, and I'm going to click on mirroring. I'm going to wait for this to show up. And then I'm just going to connect to it. And then you guys are going to be able to see what is on this phone as soon as I switch to the mirroring. Hold on, let's get it. Let's click on it. And it's going to connect to it. And there it is. So now, as you guys can see, I can show you guys also my Govee app that I have up right here. I can click on different different emojis, and you guys see those emojis reflected back here. So if I click on a different one, like that one of that guy that's back there behind us, you guys can see it on this monitor. Now, what's cool about this monitor, guys, you can either use it in landscape or in portrait. It has this little metal stand right here on the back. It's got little rubberized feet, you know, here and on the stand. So this is going to be ideal for setting it up. Say, for instance, if you wanted to have a portrait oriented monitor, let me show you guys what that looks like. So we're just going to set it up here on top of the laser, and let's bring the camera up a little bit so you guys can see it. So there we go. There's our monitor. This phone hasn't charged very much, but I'll show you in comparison. You guys can see it's exactly what's on the phone. So if I switch over to a different mode, or whatever the case it is, this just makes a really, really large screen that really comes in handy. And for a lot of people who are reading or watching content, or maybe you're a little visually challenged, this could really, really come in handy. So definitely check this monitor out, guys. Right now it is $169.99, if I'm not mistaken, $169.99. It is down from $229.99, which I think is a great savings for what you're going to get with this portable monitor. So definitely check it out. Let's go ahead and flip this guy that way. And I'm going to put this phone back on charge because it still needs to charge. It only has 13% power. All right. What do we have next? All right, so we got some audio devices that we're going to take a look at here. Now, I always have the hardest time pronouncing the name of this company, but it's Shook, or however it's pronounced. Anyway, however it's pronounced, I have a number of their headphones that have been sent out to me. So the first ones we're going to take a look at here. Yes, Shock. What did Richard say? Shook. However it's pronounced, Richard, however it's pronounced. But anyway, the first ones we're going to take a look at is going to be these right here. Now, these are, let me bring these a little bit closer so you guys can see them. These are the Open Swim Pros. They are currently $179.95. So if you guys are interested in some really cool headphones, let me take my regular headphones off for a second so I can show you guys how these roll. So these are bone conducting, and they just go over like this, and they vibrate the bones in your face, and that's where the sound comes through. So if I take off my glasses, you guys can kind of see what that looks like. So there's two different sizes for these. I think there's the standard, and then there's a large, or I think there's a standard and maybe a small, but you can figure it out. Just go ahead and click on it. You'll see. But these are very, very good, and you can swim in them, guys. So you could be swimming, doing what you're doing, and also listening to music, listening to a podcast, listening to, one of your shows, or, audible book, or whatever the case it is. These are really, really cool. And for the fact that they're only $179, I'm telling you, these guys are a win. My son and I both have a pair of these. I've had them for a couple of months now. I am a huge fan of these. Let's get a closer look at them so you guys can see them a little bit better up close. So this is what they look like. Here is the inside. You have your volume control buttons right here. Now, this is not adjustable, so you can't retract this in any kind of way. It's just going to wrap around your head, for the most part, and then it just goes over your ears. And then, of course, you're going to get your audio. Now, you can take phone calls with this. You could do, like I said, music, all of those kind of cool things. And more importantly, you can swim with these as well. So these are super cool. So if you're a swimmer, or you have a swimmer in your life, or even if you're, not swimming, maybe you're just jogging or working out at the gym or something like that, these could still come in really handy. Again, great price, Bluetooth, MP3, bone conducting headphones. So definitely check these out. Now, this might not be your jam. I get that. If you don't like this style because of the way it's shaped, or the form factor, or whatever it is, don't worry. Don't worry. They got you. They got you. So I have another product we're going to take a look at from the same brand, which is very similar, exact same price. Okay. But these actually come in a little case like you guys see here. Let's bring these up so you guys can maybe see them a little bit better. Let's go to our top down. Maybe you can see them better over there. All right. So these are, they're not inner ear, but they're on the ear type of headphones. Okay. So these also rest over the ears. I'll show you what they look like when you put them on. But this one has, speakers, top and bottom, and front firing speakers as well. It comes with this rechargeable case. Really easy to connect these to whatever device you want to connect them to. I love the fact that it has this little charger case. You could throw this in your pocket, your backpack, your purse, whatever it is. And yeah, it's a win. I'm telling you, the audio on these is really, really good. I would honestly say the audio on these are better than the Swim, from my personal use case. Okay. And what I like about these is you can wear one of these or two of these or whatever you want to do. So if you just want to wear one where you're using it for phone calls and also listening to music. Now, the advantage to these, just like the others, they are still going to give you the ability to still hear your surroundings. So these are not so far up in your ear that you can't hear anything that's near you. So let me show you guys what these look like when you put them on. All right, so to put these on, let me take off my glasses again. And I'm just going to take them out. So this is the left one. We're just going to put it on here. It just goes right over the ear, and then this kind of just rests right in the ear like so. And then we have the right one, and we're going to do basically the same thing. We're going to put it over the ear, and it's just going to rest in the ear just like that. So you guys can kind of see how that's, right here, and the advantage to this one is you don't have that band that goes all the way around. And again, like I said, you have the option of just wearing one of these or both of these or whatever the case it is. I was playing with them earlier today when I was charging them. Yes, Richard, I was charging them. And I was charging them to make sure there weren't going to be no issues tonight when I decided to show these. And I was just listening to a couple of YouTube videos, and I was just testing it with royalty-free music and YouTube videos, people just talking or, things where there's background sound, and it definitely separates the sound. I'm telling you guys, you hear the treble, you hear the mid-tones, you hear the bass, because different than a lot of other headphones in this same price range, the same type of design, they only have one speaker. This has two speakers, so you're getting a separation in the sound. So that's what really makes these shine. So if you're looking for some high quality, now, if you're an audiophile, this is probably not going to be, the headphones for you, because you're looking for something much higher in the spectrum. But for the majority of us that just want to listen to good music, that want to have fun, want to, listen to a podcast, again, listen to some music, listen to somebody's content or whatever it is, take a phone call here and there, these are going to be a win. And again, same price as the other ones that we just looked at, wherever I put them. Here we go. These are $179. These are $179.95 as well. So you can choose which of the two is going to, tickle your pickle. Either one. In this case, does come in 3 different colors. You can get this in silver, this eggshell, and I think there is a black variant of this as well. So let me know which of the two, if you could only choose one of these, which of the two would you guys choose right now? There you go. You can see them. Let me know which of these would you pick if you could pick one of them. Somebody's going to just ship this to you right now. Which of the two would you guys go with? All right. Where are my headphones? All right. Let me grab my headphones and get my glasses back so I can see. All right, there we go. We're back. We're back in it. We're back in it. All right. Richard says over the ear. So you like the over the ear version. I do too, bro. I do too. Like I said, I rock these for over a year and a half. Okay. So every day I would be out driving or whatever it is. A lot of times, I would have these on, even if I wasn't listening to the music from my truck. I could listen to music on my phone or whatever the case it is. And if a phone call came in, I could, accept the call. Every person that I've talked to through these, says it just sounds normal to them. It doesn't sound distorted anyway. It doesn't sound like it's, tinny. It has a really good tone to it. So, I'm a fan of those as well. But like I said, when it comes to sound, these are better. These give you a much richer sound profile. So definitely check these out as well. And I agree with Richard. Those are the ones I would go with. If I had to choose one of the two, I would definitely go with those. All right. So what do we got next? Next item in the carousel, guys, is going to be this little portable projector. Now, you can get this guy here right now on Amazon for only $99.99. Now, I talked about this a little bit on some of the previous streams. It is very lightweight. It has a nice little door over here you can pop open. So if you're going to have this outdoors and maybe it'll suck in some bugs or some dust or trash or whatever it is, you can pop this door open and you can clean this guy out. You have venting back here as well. Now, what's nice about this, of course, this doesn't have an internal battery. You're going to have to power this. But here is your DC connection right here. You also have a full-size HDMI. You have your USB-A. You have a headphone jack for whatever reason. It does come with the remote, and the remote has, the platforms already on it, like Netflix, Amazon, things like that. There's a dedicated button for those. This also has autofocus. So that means once you set this up, it'll automatically focus on, basically on whatever it is that you have it, pointed at. It has a very short throw. So that means if you have like a small room, but you still want to project this to the wall, it will work. No problems. Power button is conveniently located right here on the top, but of course you can use the remote to turn this on, turn it off. You do have a 1/4-20 underneath here as well that will allow you to mount this either upside down or on a mic stand or a boom arm or however you want to mount it. Is totally up to you. This is going to be great, for outdoor events, like if you're having an outdoor movie night or maybe you're going camping and you still want to have, really cool shows or movies at the end of the night. Maybe you're doing a Halloween spooky thing. This could be cool for that as well. You could get some graphics, some Halloween graphics, save them on a thumb drive or something like that and just put those on rotation. And you could have them displayed on a wall or a window or the side of the house or whatever you want to do with it, guys. Use your imaginations. But this is a very cool little portable projector. So definitely check this guy out. I'm trying to keep my eye on my mouse so Louis doesn't knock the mouse off the desk. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at, because my mouse is right here. And because Louis is untethered right now. So I have to make sure Louis is not going to push the mouse off the desk. So y'all know what I'm saying. But anyway, back to what I was saying about this projector. If you guys are looking for a really nice portable, whether it's going to be indoor, outdoor, this is only a 1080p projector. Just so if I didn't mention that, this is not 4K, it's 1080p, but it is a very crisp 1080p. It does have built-in speakers, and you can also connect other audio devices to this as well. So you got a lot of flexibility when it comes to this guy. So if you're looking for a portable projector, for, again, in your man cave, your she shed, your backyard, your campsite, your beach night, or wherever it is you want to be able to use this guy could be a win for you. All right, let me go back to the comments and see what's going on over here in the comments. So Hope was saying over the ear as well. So Hope likes the over the ear headphones as well. And Richard was saying that with the discount right now, $20 off promotional, you can actually get this projector, guys, for only $79.99. So that's even better price. $79.99, high quality projector that already has a bunch of apps already installed in. And there's an app store too. So there's some other things that you can install as well. So definitely check this little guy out. I think it's going to be a great little portable projector. All right. What do we have next? Next item in the carousel. So here's another item, or a type of item I get questions about all the time. You know what I'm talking about, Smokey? And that is, anything that can do real-time translation. Now, if you have a modern iPhone or a modern Android device, you already have some variation of real-time translation. Let's just keep it real, okay? I have these Meta Ray-Ban glasses. I can do real-time translation, and I can hand my phone to the other person and they can see what is being translated, and they'll see it in their language. So when I speak, it's going to translate English to whatever that language is, and when they speak, it's going to translate their language, and I will hear it through the glasses. So that gives us the ability to communicate. But some people are looking for something a little bit different than just, glasses or their phone. And this little device right here is kind of a 4-in-1 type of device, right? So what's cool about this is that it's not only a recorder, it's also a translator. It is also, it also has the ability to, let's say you're in a meeting, as an example, it can break down the entire meeting. If you have multiple people in the meeting, it knows, person 1, person 2, person 3, person 4, all of that. You can record your phone calls with this. This is MagSafe, so it connects right onto your phone. So if you already have a MagSafe phone like this one here, just pop that guy on and you're pretty much good to go. I have something like this on my other phone that literally lives on it. Okay. So whenever I go out, but the other one I have is inside of like a little wallet, but all of these come with these little leather wallets where you can just slide the recorder in. You can turn the guy on from here, as you guys can see, and you can record things that are, in real time in a room, or you can also record your phone calls coming in as well. So this is a really, really nice little designed device. Like I said, I've used quite a few of these over the last 2 or 3 years, and they do really come in handy. Now, what really makes them shine is going to be the services related to them, like translation, dictation, being able to reproduce an entire script based on what everyone talked about, all the dialogue. It'll be able to separate the dialogue between the different people. So you'll have a very accurate outline of what everyone said, what they were talking about, what the meeting was about, and all that kind of stuff. Also for lectures, if you're taking lectures or you're taking classes and it's permitted, you could let this run during the class and it's going to pick up the lecturer's voice. And you'll have a recording, as well as you'll have a transcript of that as well, that you can go back and then read all of the details of whatever they were talking about. And as you guys can see, it does not take up a lot of space on the back of the phone as far as thickness goes. So really nice design, easy to apply. Now, if you do have a phone that does not have MagSafe, like this iPhone that I'm using right now, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it, because it does come with the stick-on magnetic ring that you can put on one of the other type of phones, and it's still going to do basically the same thing. So pretty much everything you need, guys, you're going to find inside of this little box here. Now, I've already opened this. Obviously, that's why the box is all over the place, but you guys get the idea. This is pretty much what it looks like when you get it. But like I said, I have used quite a few of these. I can honestly recommend these because these have come in so handy when I'm doing, conference calls, or when I'm meeting with clients and stuff like that. Having a device like this, so that, an hour later or a week later or a month later, you have a transcript of everything that you talked about, all of the, important key points, you have them saved. And if you're smart, what you could do is you could, like, after the meeting, you could send everyone a copy of the transcript. So everybody's on the same page. Everybody knows what everyone said. Everyone remembers it, and they can always go back and reference whatever was recorded. So I'm telling you guys, this is an amazing little device. Richard says, we got 60K likes.
Yeah!
All right. 60K likes, babies. All right, what do we got next in the carousel? Let's get to it. All right, so so the next item in the carousel is something that I always forget to charge, but I did not this time. I did charge it. Let me get it. Let me reach over here. All right. And that would be this battery right here from our friends over at EcoFlow. This is the River 2. Okay. Now, what's nice about this battery, guys, you have your 12-volt plug right here for your, standard cigarette lighter style appliances. This is a 300-watt battery. It does have 600-watt lifting power, meaning startup power. You have a dedicated button for AC and DC power. You have two USB A's, one USB C. You can charge this guy off of a solar panel. You can also charge it off of AC power. It's got these nice rubberized feet underneath. You guys can see it has also a very sturdy handle built right into it. This is going to be a great portable battery. Again, you want to take your projector out. You want it out in the backyard. Maybe you're setting it up on the other side of the yard where you don't have a lot of, power running back there. You don't want to run an extension cord all the way across the yard and the wet grass and all that kind of stuff. This could be cool. You could set this up on a little table, plug your projector into it, and just run the whole thing off of one of these little portable batteries. Now, another way these batteries really come in handy is when power outages. I'm telling you guys, I live down here in Texas. Power goes out for all kind of crazy reasons. We had a storm just last night, and the power only went out for about, 30 seconds. And it still took my Wi-Fi almost 20 minutes to come back on, because that meant that, most likely the server down the road was down because of whatever reason it was, and it just took forever for it to come back up. But, having something like this, you could use it as a UPS, where you could have something plugged into this, like a computer or whatever it is, and then this plugged into AC power. And then if the power was to go out, this would be where your power is actually coming from for that device. And then that device is going to stay on regardless if all the other power goes out. It's not going to matter because it's being powered off of this battery. So that's another way that, one of these batteries really, really comes in handy. All right. Put that guy back over there. All right. So if you guys have any questions about our EcoFlow River 2 256 watt hour LiPo 4 battery, drop it down in the comments. I got you. All right, what do we got next? Okay, so we have some webcams coming up here. I'm going to kind of go through these pretty quick. So the first webcam that we have listed in the carousel, I have not received it as of yet. It should be here early this coming week, and it is a new webcam from our friends over at YOLO Live. That's the same company that has brought us the YOLO Box, the YOLO Box Mini, the YOLO Box Pro, the YOLO Box Extreme, the YOLO Box Extra, the YOLO Box Mega Gazillion. Okay, I made up the last one, but you know what I'm saying. They have been on the game when it comes to creating streaming recording devices. Okay, now what's nice about this camera, and everyone that I know personally who have already reviewed this camera, somehow they got it before I did, but they've already reviewed this camera. One of the first things they always say to me is, Rome, the picture quality from this camera, once you dial in your settings, is amazing for a $200 camera. Okay, so it has a 1/1.3 inch sensor. Let me show it to you guys here real quick. So this is what the camera looks like. Now it has an all metal housing. This is a 4K camera. It has magnetic mount on it as well, so you can mount it either in landscape or in portrait. So it really just depends on what type of content you're going to be, creating. This will work with all of their other devices. Of course, this will also work if you plug it into a Mac or a PC or whatever the case is going to be. It has a 4x zoom, autofocus, a lot of built-in features. Like I said, it's designed as a webcam, designed for, content creation, content capturing, DIY projects, whether it's going to be your cooking streams, your how-to streams, your makeup streams, maybe I'll do a makeup stream next week. No, I'm just kidding. I am not doing a makeup stream because Louis would lose his mind, and Richard would have 6 years worth of bloopers, if I tried to do a makeup stream. So we're definitely not going to do that. But for those who don't know, I do know makeup, okay? Because I was a hairstylist, back in the day, and I was licensed here in Texas as a hairstylist. So one of the things that we had to learn, other than doing hair, we learned nails and we learned makeup. Okay, so just in case you didn't know, yes, before I became a photographer, I already had a strong background when it came to, working with makeup, working with hair, working with, nails and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Wait a minute. Check IG when you get a chance. Oh my goodness, Richard. All right, let's see if I can check it from this phone. Good thing my stream is not on like any type of timer or something, because that's the only thing that always drives me crazy when I'm doing like the Govi streams and I only have like an hour and I'm trying to fit everything into an hour. I'm like, oh my goodness, there's no way I'm going to get all this stuff in an hour. But I think they know that. All right, let me see. Where's my, okay, is it not on this phone? Hold on. Can I go to, yes, there we go. Nope, not on that phone, because I have to sign in. So that means I got to take a different phone. Let me see if I can do it on this phone. Man, this better be important, bro. So let me see. Let me see if I can go to IG on this phone. Hold on. And I bet this one is also signed into. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, hold on. Okay, that's it. I gotta save it. I gotta send it to the computer. You guys gotta see this. Hold on. Give me a second. That's airdrop. Airdrop to the Mac. Yep. Send it to the Mac. I'm gonna show y'all what Richard is doing with his free time when he could be doing, more important things like,
Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
Yes, I'm pondering that, Richard, there's a lot more things you could be doing with your spare time. Okay. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to show everybody what you just sent me. Okay. So just give me a minute. I got to set it up. Wait, is that still open? Hold on. Let me see if that's still open. Is it? Yeah, it is. Hold on. Okay. So we just got through, doing this engraving here. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that out. Oh, oops. What did I do? Let's go back. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop this out. Let's go ahead and delete that. And let's bring in what Richard just sent me. Yeah, let me drag this over here and drag this over here. Okay. I want to show y'all what Richard's doing with his free time. It's so big. It's so big I can't even open the whole thing in the stream. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can get it smaller. We're almost there. Calm down. All right. So, yeah. That's what Richard is doing with his free time, y'all. That's what's going on right now. Okay? So out of all the things that Richard could be doing right now with his free time, okay, this is what he's doing. Alrighty then. I am completely. That was tonight. Okay. I completely forgot whatever product I was talking about. I have no idea what I was just talking about. Oh, the YOLO Live camera. That's what I was talking about. We're gonna have to print that. We're not gonna print it tonight. Let me check something real quick here. Nope. Okay, we're not gonna print it tonight, but we definitely gonna print that. So I'm gonna save that for now. We're gonna. I have another piece of metal. I have another metal sheet that we could print this on. Okay. Okay. Louis taking pictures of me. Louis thought I was saying take a picture. Louis thought I said take a picture. He's taking a picture of. He took a picture of the laser. I don't know why he did that, but he took a picture of the laser. Anyway, Louis is man. I'm telling y'all need a Louis in your life. You need a Louis in your life, guys. You need a Louis in your life. You gotta get you one. Yes, sir. You gotta get you a Louis. All right. What else do we have going on tonight? Tonight, what do we got going on tonight? All right. So, our next item in the carousel, we're going to be talking about here in just a second. Give me a second, guys. Hold on. I think is going to be another webcam. Yep. Or is it? Nope. Yes, it is another webcam. So we have one more webcam that we're going to be taking a look at here as well. And this webcam is from our friends over at Ozbot. It is the Ozbot Meet 2, which is this guy right here. So you guys can see that. So what's cool about this little guy is it is also a 4K camera. It is also a really unique camera within itself. What I love about this one is that it also has that magnetic base. It has a quarter 20 underneath here. Let's go really quick here to our top down. As you guys can see, it has that quarter 20 underneath. You have a magnetic base. This is also adjustable. So you can easily mount this onto a monitor or whatever the case it is you want to mount it on. Really nice design, guys. Definitely check this out. Beautiful design. Comes in 3 different colors. USB-C to connect to this guy, so it's really easy to set this up, in your home office. This is going to be great for Zoom calls. It's going to be great for a variety of different types of design work as well. So if you're doing some DIY stuff and you want to be able to record that, you're doing some shoppable videos, you want to be able to record that, this is a great little camera. 4K. Now, this one is not a PTZ camera, but it does have some AI features built into it as well. So again, if you're looking for a compact, travel-friendly camera, this guy could be great. Right now, you can get it here on Amazon, guys, for only $108.99. $108.99. Definitely check this out. All right. What else do we have? Doom. What are you guys having for dinner? I haven't decided what I'm going to be making yet, but I think it's going to be something. I had pasta last night, but I still have some of the other pasta left over. So I think I'm going to go ahead and finish that off, make the rest of it, because I think it'll go bad if you leave it. It's the fresh pasta. Like, you buy the fresh pasta that was just been, pulled. So I'm going to go ahead and probably cook the rest of that and then make, I don't know, maybe some pizza bread or something like that. We'll see how it goes. All right. What do we have coming up next? What is our next item? Yes, Brandon, do you have a question for us? Feel free to ask your question. Let us know what you would like us to hold on. Whoops, sorry about that, Brandon. If you have a question about anything that's down in the carousel, feel free to drop it down in the carousel. Down in the comments, and I will be more than happy to try to answer your question. I am waiting. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, no, I don't think Brandon had anything to ask us. Okay, well, we'll move on. All right, so what else do we have coming up? We have, yeah, I know it's a troll. Yeah, I know. So anywho, next camera we're going to take a look at. Next camera we're going to take a look at, guys, is from our friends over at Extra. And they have this really cool new action camera that just came out. I want you guys to take a look at that one as well. Now, what I love about this camera, guys, is that it is a straight up action camera. Okay, so let's take a look at it. Here we go. That would be this guy right here. Now, I've gone through so many different action cameras, guys, over the years. All right, I have had a ton of action cameras from so many different brands. You know, GoPro, all of the normal, Insta360, DJI. You know, a lot of my professional drones are from DJI as well. But this guy kind of stands out to me because this has a lot of the same features, guys, that we have in the DJI Action 5 Pro. So let me give you guys a close look at this little camera. Check this out. So as you guys can see here, we have a front-facing screen. This is a 4K camera. We have a rear screen on here as well. All of the same, normal accessories will work with this. That works with the that will work with the Action 5. So all of your magnetic mounts that you would normally use, cages that you would normally use, you can connect to this guy in landscape or portrait. Really nice design here. Now, the only thing that this one does not do, and that's I think one of the biggest questions people always ask me is, Rome, will this work with Bluetooth microphones? And no, as it sits right now, I've not been able to get this to work with Bluetooth microphones. So I use a standard wired microphone. You're just going to plug that into the USB-C right here. But I have been able to get very high-end microphones to connect to this as well. And there's other adapters that you can use. Even if you wanted to connect something like a Rodecaster, you could do that, so it's totally up to you. You have a bunch of different modes for this little camera. So let's go ahead and turn it on here real quick. Oh, Richard, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. But anyway, as you guys can see here, we have a number of different modes here. We have video modes right here. We have a photo mode. We have night vision. We also have human tracking. We have slow motion. We have time lapse. We have the ability to do a hyperlapse as well. You have different times that you can set for your hyperlapse, different times that you can set for your customs for your time lapse as well. You can also go in and you can change the resolution from 1080p all the way to 4K 16:9, 4K 4:3 as well. I don't know why this is 25 frames or 30 frames. I think for US this should be, because we're not in a PAL region, this should either be 24 or 30. I'm going to have to look into that. I don't know why it has that as an option. But like I said, really nice little camera, guys. I've been using this as a B camera for a lot of my video productions. I got a bunch of videos I'm going to be doing tomorrow, and this guy will be getting a workout tomorrow. So if you're looking for a high quality camera right now, you can get this guy here on Amazon for $269, guys. This has a 1/1.3 inch sensor. Really responsive, very fast, very rugged. You can get ND filters, polarizers. You can either get the ones that fit right over the lens, or you can get the ones where you actually remove the lens and then screw those on as well. So you got a lot of options when it comes to that as well. So yeah, I like this guy a lot. And like I said, for me, using this as a B camera or a C camera, in conjunction with like one of my more professional cameras back here, this guy just comes in handy. Whether you want to use it as a top-down camera, if you want to use it as an alternate angle camera, or if you're adventurous, maybe you're like this guy back here and you're out rollerblading, or you're out skydiving or rhino wrestling, or whatever it is you do, and you want to be able to document all of that. There you go. Right here. Richard, when was the last time you went rollerblading? I'm asking for a friend, Richard. I'm asking for a friend. When was the last time you went rollerblading? You don't have to tell me. We're just going to make up something. I'm going to have Louis make up something if you don't tell me. I'm going to tell you right now. So it's totally up to you. All right, let's go ahead and turn this guy off, save some battery because y'all know I'll forget to charge this thing. All right, so let's throw this back over where we want to put it. Let's put it back here and let's grab this guy right here. Now, this probably just looks weird, like a little jumbled mess of things, but this right here, guys, is going to come in handy. Keep it up. I'm on TikTok. Yes, we know you on TikTok, bro. Ooh, yes, I'm gonna be quiet now. I'm gonna be quiet now. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet now. Okay, anyway, as I was about to say before, I was so rudely interrupted by, oh, let me get my mouse before Louis grabs it. Anyway, so you have this cool little neck strap with a MagSafe mount. Yes, this is going to be great for using it with a phone. So you can just pop your phone on there just like that. MagSafe. No, it does not charge the phone. It just allows it to connect to the phone using MagSafe. And it also comes with a other accessory where you can actually mount action cameras onto it as well. So let me show you guys what that looks like. And it also has a waist belt that you can put on. That's just going to help hold this down when you're walking or running or rollerblading. And you want to be able to try and keep the video as stable as possible. You only have two buttons on the back. One releases the accessory. The other one releases this little rod right here. So he's going to press that like this, pop this guy on. I didn't put the belt on, but you guys get the idea. So now I can just pop this on like this. So if this camera was either recording or streaming, I'd still have my hands free. I could be walking around. I could be rollerblading. I could be doing whatever I do with this on. And then I could, wherever I turn, you're going to get that POV, your perspective shown to whoever it is you're showing your content to or whatever you're creating it for. So that really comes in handy. And it also comes with a action camera mount as well. So let me show you guys that real quick. So this is the action camera mount. And the way you take it off is that second button that I mentioned before. You just press that button and you can rotate this. Now, these do have magnets built into them, so it magnetically just jumps right in. So this now I can take and put over here, and I can line this guy up like that, lock it in place. And now if I had, one of my action cameras mounted on here, I could be, rock climbing, I could be fishing, I could be out there, doing some archery or whatever it is, whatever you do. This comes in handy, guys. Really nice design. And it is only, check out the price though. It is only $18.99. $18.99. Okay. That is a great price for all of the functionality that you're going to get from something like this. So yes, especially if you are some type of content creator, if you're an adventurous person, you don't quite have an action camera yet, but you do have a phone with a good camera and maybe a good, case on it. This could be a good combination for you. And this folds up really nice. You can just kind of fold it up like that. Take this, wrap it around, and then throw this in a backpack, fanny bag, whatever you want to. Throw it in a purse. Richard's big giant bell bottom, rollerblade pants. He could just drop this in one of those pockets and it would just keep falling for probably forever, because I think those pockets are bottomless. So it would just be So yeah, these come in handy, guys. Those come in handy. All right. What do we got next? Okay, Richard says, I'm having 3 alarm chili beans with habaneros, jalapenos. Really? Bro. Ooh, you're going to need some milk. You're going to need some milk. You definitely gonna need some milk if that's what you got on the recipe on your diet for tonight. So hit me up later and let me know how that comes out for you or didn't come out for you, whatever the case is gonna be. All right, let's see what do we got next. Next item in the carousel is going to be this little flying camera. You guys have seen me talk about this quite a few times. Now, this guy is very unique. You guys already know I have, very high-end drones that I use commercially. But this one right here, guys, is a fun drone because it is, a 2K camera. Trust me, 2K is more than enough, guys, for most cases. Simple to turn on. One little button press right here is going to power this guy on. You're going to see here it's going to turn on here in just a second. And you'll hear it. It'll tell you audibly that it's turning on.
Current mode, hover.
Current mode, hover. All right, so we also have, as you can see, another button. So you got two buttons here. One is going to be your power button and also your launch button. Then you have the second little smaller button here that you use to switch between the different modes. So I press this again, zoom out, follow, orbit, bird eye, custom, sidetrack, hover. Okay. So the hover or any of these other features, all you have to do is press the little button. Make sure the camera's facing you because it does have that AI feature where it's tracking a person. So you can just press the button like we're about to do right now. We're just going to press the button and we're going to do a 30-second hover. Boom, just like that. And it's off. So, all here. And what's cool about it, it is tracking me, right? So if I move, it's just going to keep tracking me. It's going to keep tracking me. And when I'm ready to land it, just like that, in your palm, turn it off, throw it in your pocket, throw it in your bag, wherever you want to put it. And then this folds right up just like this. So the bundle comes with 2 batteries. You're going to get about 15 minutes worth of flights out of this per battery. It's not going to be as long as one of my DJI drones back there, but it is going to give you enough time to capture quite a few photos, quite a few little video clips. This is going to be a win. And it is very travel friendly. If you compare this to the size of a phone, it is actually shorter than the phone. Now, of course, it's much thicker than the phone, but it's still shorter than the phone. So this is going to fit, like I said, again, in a backpack or bag or wherever you want to put it in. It is going to be very, very travel friendly. So if you're looking for something that you can travel with you, when you're going to the park, the beach, walking the dog, out with the kids, whatever the case is going to be, this is going to be something that you definitely want to take a look at. And the price is okay, guys. Right now, it's only $303, down from, what was the original price? $439. That's a big savings, guys. A big savings on this guy. So definitely check it out. Let me know if you guys have a drone or want a drone or have been thinking about getting a drone. Whatever the case it is, let me know. All right. All right. Where's my mouse? I got to keep an eye on it. All right. What do we got next? Next item up is going to be one of our Bluetooth speakers. So this again is going to be something that's a great component with your what was I about to say? It's going to be a great component for that monitor, that projector we were looking at earlier, combining it with the projector and also combining it with, what is Hope talking about over here? Let me see what Hope is talking about. Okay, I'm just going back to check some of the comments. Richard says we got 90K likes. Yeah! All right. So I had to duck under there for a second to see what was going on over on YouTube. All right, so our next item in the carousel is this guy right here, which is Richard approved. That is this right here from our friends over at Soundcore. This is the Soundcore Motion Boom 2 Plus. Okay, this guy is a man. This is a party in a box. A party in a box. Check this out. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Ooh, it's got a light show. Yes. It's got that bass. It's got that boom, boom, boom. It's going to put that
bass in your face. It's going to put that boom, boom, boom in the room, babies.
This guy can float, so it is buoyant. It has a long runtime, guys, a really, really long runtime on this. So if you're going to be out, in the woods, going camping, whatever the case is going to be, this guy here is going to be great for you. You're going to get up to 20 hours, guys, of runtime, playtime with this guy, which is unusual for, a speaker of this size, because usually speakers of this size, they use a lot of power. You can even use this as an alternate power source. You got a little door back here you can pop open if you have nails. You can open this up and you can get in there, and there is a USB-C right here that you can plug into, and you can also plug additional speaker into this as well if you wanted to share, the audio between other different devices, which comes in really handy. This has a bass boost button. It also has, right built into it, the ability to change the lighting on the speakers. You can just press this button and it'll switch the lighting effect on the speakers. You guys can see that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now it comes with a really nice shoulder strap. The handle on here is really nice as well. Rubberized feet underneath here. Yes, this guy is the business, guys. This is the business. So if you're going camping, glamping, you're getting ready for Halloween, you're going to be running around with the kiddos, you want to have some cool spooky sounds going at the same time, maybe put something like this outside on the porch, and you have some Halloween sounds going on, and whatever kind of crazy stuff you got going at your house. This could be great because I'm telling you, this thing has a lot of range. I'm talking high trebles, mid-tone, bass, booming. This is it right here. Yes, definitely check it out. All right. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? Okay, so we got this little blade. What do I do with it? So let me show you guys this thing. So I got this a couple of days ago, and that's this little box opener you guys see here. Okay, so this one is kind of like a little army green. You see that? So what's cool about this, it comes with like 10 different blades. They're all individually wrapped. So you have all of your little, almost like scalpel blades. And this is going to be great for like cutting open boxes, envelopes. You could cut vinyl with this. I just thought about that now because the blade is so sharp that you could literally cut vinyl if you were going to be using it like for a heat press, or you could use this for lifting or weeding out vinyl as well, because it has a nice little point here for weeding, and it has a single button deploy, single button retraction. You also have a belt clip on here, and it also has this nice little lanyard loop. So right now, this is only $24.94, all metal, built really well, super fast, easy to use. Great little EDC or DIY little blade. So definitely check this guy out. I like this thing a lot. Right now I'm just keeping it here on my desk so I can easily find it. But I would have one of these in the truck. I'd have one of these in my pocket. I'd have one of these in my EDC bag. One of them on the desk, where I'm normally opening, a bunch of things. This right here. This is some serious business right here, guys. Really, it is. All right, let's see what else we got. So Richard told us what he's having for dinner. I haven't heard anybody else comment about what they're having for dinner, so I'm still waiting. And while I wait, we will talk about this controversial item right here. So this is from our friends over at Hato. Now, this is a 3-speed torque screwdriver and bits all in one. Okay, let me close some of my windows because I got a ton of windows open here, y'all. Okay, there we go. So anyway, this like I said, is a torque screwdriver. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So here is the actual screwdriver that you guys see here. It's got 3 speeds. Your control buttons are right here on the front. It has an integrated light as well. So when we turn this guy on, you guys can see the front lights up. You have a bunch of bits that come with it as well. You see that? $41.99 for this little kit. And everything fits inside of this little silo, USB-C for charging it. It's got kind of a rubberized feel to the screwdriver. Now, this portion down here is plastic. It feels like it's a rubberized, material inside that holds all the different little bits. Let me pull one of these bits out so you guys can see. These are not tiny. These are like your big, big size bits. So it's going to be able to handle some, decent size screws and things like that. So if you're going to be, putting things together, taking things apart, especially taking things apart, this guy could definitely come in handy. But don't do what Rome does and get one of these things and then start walking around your house or your studio or whatever it is, just looking for stuff to take apart, because, that is not going to be a good day. I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. Use this responsibly. Okay, with great power comes great responsibility. All right, so yes, this is going to be great for all of the aforementioned things, but don't abuse it, because I'm telling you, it'll get you in trouble. You will regret it later. All right, so what else we got going on? So you guys should be able to see over my shoulder here this lamp back here, which I can see I forgot to turn on. So let me go back here. And I am actually powering this lamp, guys, off of a battery. So it's not plugged into wall power. It's plugged into this Blue Yeti battery back here. All right, let me go ahead and turn that guy on. There we go. And it should power up. There we go, just like that. And we're going to grab our Govee app, and I'm going to position myself here in a second so you guys can see the lamp. Let's see if I can turn. Nope, the other way. The other way. There we go. Okay. All right, let's try using this phone. So we're going to control this lamp now with our Govee app. Let me grab it. All right, so here's our Govee app, the same app we use to control our curtain lights, to control our backlights, to control this lamp that you guys see right here, and all of the other Govee products that we take a look at, right? So we're going to go out to this lamp, and I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to show you guys some of the cool things you can do with the lamp. All right, so one of the cool things that we can do with this lamp, guys, I'm going to show you some of the shared space things that other people have already done. Okay, so I'm just going to click on one of these, and I'm going to hit apply, and you guys should see the lighting effect that's going on back here now, and that's from the shared space. So what I mean by shared space, that's other users that have created lighting effects and then saved those lighting effects and then shared them with the community, and then you can then go in and choose one of those lighting effects. You can favorite it, and then you can use it on your lamp or whatever it is anytime you want to. Okay, now of course it has a bunch of other let's go in and take a look what else we got. So we have a bunch of different modes here. We have nature, we have atmosphere, we have festive. Now festive is going to be good for like Halloween, Christmas. You got Christmas lighting effects you can do here, Halloween lighting effects that you can do. Birthday is another cool one. Fireworks, I live in a state or in an area where fireworks are legal, so we can do fireworks right in the backyard, front yard, side of the house. My neighbors do it every year. So, but I know a lot of people live in environments where they can't do that. And if you live in one of those environments, but yet you still want to feel like, you're expressing the fireworks thing or whatever it is, you can, do lighting effects that does something similar. So whether you're doing it with one of these lamps, and what's cool thing about this lamp as well, you do have control of the lamp where you can turn off sections of the lamp. So if I want to turn the base off of the lamp, I can. So now the bottom section of the lamp is turned off, but the stalk is still on. I can turn the base back on. I can turn the stalk off, and I can still go through and choose any of the modes that we talked about before, right? So it has a ton of features, guys. You can also set this to sound. So if you're having a music, party or something, everybody's singing, dancing, having a good time. Y'all know how we do. Now it is moving to an audio prompt. So whenever there's sound going on or whatever it is, it's going to keep moving. But the minute I stop talking, and then when I start talking again, boom, shakalaka, boom, just like that, it is back on. Let me turn that top stalk back on so you guys can see that as well. And right now, all the movement, everything that you see right now is being triggered by my voice, okay? So again, a beautiful, beautiful piece of tech you can get right here on Amazon, guys, for only this one right now is $125.99. $125.99 for this lamp that's over my shoulder here. All right, so we have one more light from Govee in the carousel right now, and you guys can see that also over my shoulder, where my man Richard is back there peeking over my desk. Now, these are the new Govee curtain lights. So these are the Govee curtain light pros. So let me go ahead and switch over to the Govee Curtain Light Pro. It has a lot of the similar features. It's going to connect to it using either your Govee app Google Home, Alexa, whatever the case is going to be. But you're going to get the most functionality out of it using the Govee app, like we mentioned before. So I can go in here right now and I can make Richard do crazy stuff like, what you guys see him doing back there now. Maybe I can. I'm going to have Richard blow everybody a kiss. So Richard's back there blowing kisses to everybody. Or let's see, what is this one? Happy? Is that Richard happy? Okay, that's a weird one. I I I haven't done that one before, but Richard looks like he's losing his mind back there. But you guys get the idea. So you got a bunch of different cool things you can do with these lights. Let's see. Here's one. Let me find a good one. Here is. I'm looking for our Halloween stuff. Hold on. Let me find it. Festive. All right, so we got Christmas effects that you can turn on relatively easily. And again, there's also a bunch of stuff in the community that is shared already that you can use as well. Here's something cool for Halloween. Here's my little ghost guy. He's out there doing his little thing. Here's another Halloween lighting effect that you guys can try as well. What else do we have here? More Halloween, more Christmas. It's a lot of Christmas themed stuff in here. It's a lot of Halloween themed stuff in here as well. I'm trying to find something that I have not shown you guys before. Here's one of a vampire. I don't think I've done this one before. So we got this cool little vampire. Here is an Easter bunny. I don't know if that really looks like an Easter bunny to me, but that's what it's supposed to be. All right, what else do we have? All right, nature. We got some nature themes. We have abstract themes, and I use these a lot, when I'm using these curtains as background lights, when I'm, producing videos during the daytime. And, these just have different light patterns that I could have going in the background when I'm talking about a product or something. These come in really handy, at least for what I do. You know what I'm saying? But for others, you might want to put these up anywhere. Now, what's nice about these lights, guys, they have a high IP rating. That means they can be outdoors, in the rain, in the snow, in the heat, whatever the case is going to be, they are going to be just fine. And even the older versions of the older variations of them had a lot of the same, advantages, but these now have more LED lights built into them. I think it's like 960 LED lights built into them. So you're going to get a much sharper, higher resolution graphic. You can create your own graphics with this as well. I'm trying to find some of the funny stuff. So here's one with a cat and a ball. Louis, leave my mouse alone. I don't know if you guys can see that. The cat trying to get the ball. So for some of my cat lovers out there, you could have something cool like this going. There's some cool game ones as well. There's animals. I think Hope likes the whale one, but I don't know if she's seen this jellyfish one yet. So let me show you guys this cool jellyfish effect that you can do here. That one's nice. I like it. Here's a salamander. A chameleon. I haven't seen this one before. I said salamander. Chameleon is what I was trying to say. All right, what else do we have? Life. Where's the game ones? Did I miss the game? That's sports. So we got a boxer. So he's over there. There you go. All right, we got another guy jumping rope. We have a ballerina. Yeah, that's too cool. Here is a bullseye dartboard. Yeah, I can see that being up all the time. I'll be trying to track it with my bow or something. That probably would not go over well because then my backdrop would have like a whole bunch of holes in it. So that probably would not be a good idea, but it's there. And you also have some AI features here. So you can actually use AI prompts with this and you can go in and tell it to do certain things. So let's see if I can do it here right now. Can you give me a theme that is sunny, warm, with a lot of colors?
I'm sure you like it. I have applied the recommended solution I created.
Okay, so that's what it just created with the prompt that I gave it. Now I don't see a lot of movement in it, but it is there. So You just have to be a little bit more selective with your prompts and how you want to use it. You have DIY here. You also have some finger sketching that you can do with this. So a ton of different features, guys. I'm going to put it back on auto, and I'm going to put it on sound so you guys can kind of just see that little sound effect going back there. All right, so that's about it for tonight, my babies. That's about it for tonight. We only have one item left in the carousel, which is this drawstring backpack that you see here that my robot vacuum does not like. It has literally ripped the drawstring off of this. I got to go get another one out of the garage just so I can have it in here for the stream. It has definitely pulled all of the drawstrings off of this. Almost every morning I wake up and I come downstairs to have the vacuum set to run at 3 a.m. when nobody should be up. And I'll forget and leave this thing on the floor or something, and the vacuum will have it, and I'll come downstairs the next morning, and I'll find the vacuum in the middle of the living room with this thing stuck to it. So just beware. Anyway, let's talk about these backpacks. You can get them here on Amazon, guys, right now for $9.99. These are going to be great for Halloween bags as well. Your trick-or-treat bags for the kiddos, or some of the big kids, because we're going to be out there trying to get that candy too. These are also going to be great for reusable shopping bags, storage bags, whatever the case it is. These are a win. Now, of course, I use them, and a lot of people that I'm affiliated with use these same backpacks to share love in the community. We source a lot of items right here on Amazon: toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, hand sanitizer, pens, pencils, underwear, socks, reusable water bottles, water sanitation tablets, aspirins, Tylenol, whatever we can find that's going to help someone that may be homeless, that doesn't have access to those things. We fill these backpacks with those items. We have them in our vehicles when we're out and about living our lives. We run across somebody at a convenience store or a light, asking for help. We just hand them one of these bags, and then down the road we go. No stop, no, crazy interaction. It's just, sharing a little love with somebody who's in need, to ensure them and let them know that there are good people still left in the world doing good things, putting positive energy out into the world, guys. As you see, just like we see every night, sometimes here, you're going to see negative people, but they're just misled, guys. They're just misled. That means that, they don't have a good center. Hopefully somebody will reach out to them, guys, and help inspire them to, come back onto the path and do good in the world. But we can't bring everyone into the fold, and we know that. So we have to do good within our own communities, good within people that are like-minded, like us, that are looking to do good. We want to be that pebble in the pond. We want to shine our light as bright as we can on others and encourage them to also do good in the world. Y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. All right, my babies, it's time for me to do that thing, do that thing, do it, do that thing, do that thing, go. All right, my babies, stay safe out there, guys. Wash your hands, wear a mask when appropriate, take care of your loved ones, get out there and do something good in the world, guys. Let the negativity just flow off you like ducks in water. Do not be affected by it, guys. Do not let it get you down. Do not let it slow you down. Keep moving forward, guys. Keep moving forward. Keep doing good in the world. It will supercharge your heart. It will supercharge other people's hearts to encourage them to also do good things, guys. That's just the way we do, my babies. Y'all know how we do. All right, my babies. So I will be back here in 48 hours. But before I go, y'all know I got to let my man Louis say good night to everybody. So let's go ahead and go over to the Louis cam. Let's pop down here to the Louis cam. Let me turn the microphone so Louis can speak. Hey, Louis. I'd like you to say good night to everybody and thank them for showing up on our live stream tonight, and let them know we'll be back here in 48 hours. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and all them other social media platforms. All right, Louis, let them have it.
Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining our live stream tonight. We'll be back in 48 hours, so don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and all your favorite social media platforms. Good night and take care.
Right on, right on. Right on, right on. That's how we do. That's how we do, my babies. That's how we do. I saw Richard drop his angel numbers in the comments. Let me go ahead and drop my angel numbers from the day, because it was this right here. Boom. Boom, shakalaka, boom. If you don't know what angel numbers are, Google it. Google it. You guys see us do this every single night, but you don't know why we're doing it. Go ahead and Google angel numbers. May be amazed. You might see these numbers throughout your day. That is the universe speaking to you, guys. The universe speaking to you. All right, Richard, don't forget to drop your link, drop your link in the comments as well. If you guys have not already started following my man Richard over there on the TikTok, you are missing out, because that is the only way you are going to see the bloopers, okay, and all the other crazy stuff that Richard does, because you never know what you never know what Richard is going to do next. So if you don't want to miss it, you need to be following Richard on TikTok. That's all I can say. Make sure you follow me as well on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all them other social media platforms. But like I said, if you want to see the bloopers, you want to see the madness, woo, you got to be following that man Richard over there. And he posts stuff literally every other day, if not every day. Okay, so definitely go check it out. All right, my babies. All right, y'all, it's time for me to do that thing. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? I'm asking, are you ready? Smokey's ready. All right, y'all, it's time for me to say the magic words. Peace, and blue muffin grease. I am out. Boom, my babies. I am out of here. Love y'all. But it's time for me to go make dinner. And I got to go. And don't think I missed out, Terry, because I did see all of those videos. I know I talked about it earlier. I will most likely pick one of those videos for our upcoming cooking stream. And we'll just say it's inspired by Terry. If you find some others that you want me to take a look at, send them my way as well. All right. Love you all. But I got to go, babies. I'm out.